We live in a distracted world where focusing on one thing has become immensely difficult. We have to be intentional about being accountable to the time we have been given on this planet.
It's time to exhale and be motivated. And it's Blue Couch. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, to all of you, Annie's crew. Welcome back to the Annie's Blue Couch. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me today. Now, before we get into today's conversation, I want to remind you to please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and as always, please do me a huge favor and share this video with at least 2 of your friends. For today's conversation, I want to do something a little different. I want to challenge you to do something with me, to put something new into practice. I know a lot of us struggle with this, but putting this practice into place will set your day off to an amazing start. It will change the way you engage with your day, and I believe it will alter the outcome of it. If you can get this, you will be headed to a more productive day filled with less reactive behavior and more intentional proactive behavior. I promise you, if you try this for 1 week, you will see a change. Are you ready? Here it is. When you wake up in the morning, do not reach for your phone. Did you hear me? I want you to join with me in this commitment. Do not reach for your phone. When you are first waking up, there's all this science and research out there that you can look up for yourself about the state your brain is in. It's in its most sponge-like aware state. And what you don't want to do is fill it with the gossip and drama and, dare I say, fraudulence of social media. Or to read an email your boss sent letting you know that you are now responsible for 100 more things than you were responsible for the day before. Or that someone sent you an emergency text that they need this or they need that. What you do not want is for your sponge-like receptive brain to absorb something that will negatively impact you for the rest of the day. Now, am I saying that that is the only thing your phone offers? Of course not. But the possibility is definitely there for you to be distracted by something that could potentially mess with your head for the entire day and maybe even longer, depending on what it is. Do not reach for your phone the first thing in the morning. Now, you might say, I need to know the time, or it's my alarm clock. Get a real clock with an alarm. You can find one on Amazon or in your local Dollar Tree. Instead of looking to your phone first thing in the morning, thank God that you are alive, with another opportunity ahead of you to be impactful. Take a moment to be grateful and appreciate that you have been given another day to achieve your purpose and get closer to becoming more of who you were born to be. And do not touch your phone until you have done at least one thing on your to-do list for the day. What to-do list, you asked? That question brings us to the moment before you go to bed. During last week's conversation on time management, I reminded you of the importance of setting a bedtime. If you missed that, the link is right here. Now, we didn't only talk about bedtime, we talked about getting things in order so you can be more effective with the time you're given. And we talked about writing things down. I'll also put the link in the description box below so you can go watch it when you're done here. On that note, leave me a comment down below on how time management is going for you. Are you using the tips I suggested? Is it working? Have you been more productive? Let me know down below. Okay, back to the to-do list. Before you go to bed, I would say maybe 30 minutes to an hour before, shut the phone down and set it to charge in your kitchen or living room or basement if you have one. If you're in the medical field, you may not be able to do this. If you're waiting on a family member to come home, you may not be able to do this. There are certainly situations where it wouldn't be wise to take your phone off and shove it in the basement. But I'm not talking about that. I'm more so talking to those of us who check the phone nonstop and scroll all day and just can't seem to part with it. Before you go to bed, you got to shut it down and get it out of your bedroom so you are not tempted to touch it first thing in the morning. And during this 30 minutes to an hour, you'll make a to-do list. Maybe there's some personal things you have to do and then some business things you have to do. And we talked about prioritizing last week as well. And when you get up the next morning, do one of those things completely before being distracted by your phone. For me, the top of my list is reading the Bible. I read a daily devotion and I allow a scripture to be the thing that sets off my day because I understand that what I allow to enter my brain first becomes the thing that everything in my day is measured against. And I don't want my day measured against my YouTube stats or someone else's achievements. I want my day measured against pure truth. So I do my very best to jumpstart my day without my phone and in my Bible. And I want to encourage you to do the same. I talked about last week you may need to jog or you may need to meditate or you may need to, whatever it is that you need to do. For me, it's reading the Bible, but there may be something else on top of your list. Do that thing completely before touching your phone. Now, are you ready to accept this challenge? I hope you are. If you are, type challenge accepted in the comment section down below. And feel free to come back later on this week and let me know how this challenge is going. We live in a distracted world where focusing on one thing has become immensely difficult. We have to be intentional about being accountable to the time we have been given on this planet. There are so many studies out there that indicate the negative effects of this addiction many of us have to our cell phones. It's time to be productive, engaging, effective, and progressive. I promise it won't hurt. When you start, it may be hard, but how hard it is really just indicates the level of addiction you have. You have to start somewhere. And I say start here. Stop touching your phone first thing in the morning and get it away from you before you go to bed at night. I really hope today's conversation was helpful. If so, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts. Until next time, remember that you are beautiful. You are special. Your smile is amazing. And don't let anyone or anything ever make you feel less than who and what God has designed you to be. Annie's crew, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Bye for now.
Annie's Blue Couch.